YouTube? It's your boy Amari Shampoo, back at it with another video. Thank you everybody for the support on the first one. If you didn't see it, go check it out on why I quit pills and weed. And today I'm coming at y'all with another banger, all these stories got to come out, man, somehow, man. This is like becoming like a therapy for me, you know. I done stories that I'm gonna say I done paid time for, I done did my time, I done paid my dues for. And I see a lot of YouTubers, they come out with shit and make their life all perfect and everything, and then people start hitting them up in the comments, well, you did this, or coming out with a whole video and start their own page bashing you. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you the time when I got in a high-speed chase with my 1-year-old in the car. Yeah, it's bad. It was around the time, like I said, I did the first video, quitting pills and the weed, and to make a long story short on that, that was part of it. Being high, being on the weed, being on the pills, you don't function right. Your head's all over the place. You don't know what the hell. I mean, so I was on the run, you know, for some time now for a stupid case. We'll be in another video on while I was on the run for 4 years. And you know, I'm moving around and doing my thing. I'm with my girl. There's times when we was all happy and stuff like that. And you know, I'm moving around, staying low in the car. I'm not driving around with 50 dudes. I'm not smoking in the car, because all of that attracts attention. When you're smoking in the car, cops smell the shit. They pulling you over. They get to open the trunk or a glove box. All that warrant shit. You need a warrant. You need a warrant. That shit is out the way. So I was doing that for a long time, being low. I mean, taking back roads and all types of shit from, you know, being low key. Stood away from all my hot friends and all of that. Not because I ain't fuck with them, but it's just because they gonna pull over and run their names. They clean. I'm the one in the back seat fucked up. I mean, now I'm going to jail. Are they gonna get me out? No. So cut all ties. I already knew why. You know what I mean? Because, you know. So long story short, I'm, you know, moving around this and that, and this is around the time I decided to get a job on the 4 years that I was on the run. It was actually a Chinese store. A buffet. Right there behind Waterbury on Wilkins Street. I forgot the name of it, but it's a buffet over there. I went over there to get some food, regular day, and I seen hiring. So I'm like, damn, this is in the cut. If you've been there, you know it's in the cut. It's by the movie theater. I guess where the Waterbury Mall used to be. And it's in the cut, away from everything, chilling, and you know, they was paying real good. It was, I forgot the prices, but it was for the dishwasher. So, you know, me and Shorty eating in the car, we ain't really take off yet. So she like, Papi, you should go in there and see if they hiring and all that shit, get you a little job. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. I was doing my thing in the street and all of that, but I'm like, it was about around the time when I'm like, you feel something, but you don't know what it is. But I'm like, this around the time I'm like, shit gonna get hectic, you know, soon or whatever. So the best thing I could do is get a job, stay low. I ain't gotta do deliveries. I just gotta stay in the back, wash dishes and all types of. So I go in there, go talk to the guy, this and that. They start training right there on the same day. Mind you, I'm still doing my street thing. I'm in my street clothes and everything. I go in, he like, Chinese dude, real cool. He like, you want to get a job and I need to see how you're going to do. So I'm like, wash dishes, I do that shit at home, fuck it. So I do it, whatever. He got me and this other dude doing it, and I'm fresh as hell. They all laughing at me in Chinese and shit like that, talking about, and I know they saying, look at this idiot, how he comes to work. You know, how he comes to the first day, not knowing that I'm just trying to be low and trying to get me a job doing something real quick. So Long story short on that, he give it to me. He like, all right, boom, come back the next day, start. And I'm like, all right, bet. I come. Wait, did I? I think I. No, I'm lying. He told me start right now. That's what it was, because I remember I had to, I told my girl, take the car, go home and everything like that. Give my son a kiss, give her a kiss. I gotta start now. It was like something a day, like, it was a lot. I know at the end of the week I was making like 4 something, 5 something doing it. So, excuse me, I told you I love Corona. Shout out to Corona. You know, they give it to me. I tell them to leave. I'm gonna start working right there. So I'm like, I think it was like 90 or 70, 70 a day, some crazy number, and I was so pissed that I lost. But boom, I'm doing it, whatever, and I'm in a buffet, and they start off quick. I'm thinking I'm gonna just wash dishes, do this, and simple shit. Now, as soon as I finish washing the dishes and all of that, you know, they got me sitting as like 4 people in a circle, and they doing the shrimps, peeling the shrimps and all of that stuff, and doing all of that. So now I'm like, damn, like these dudes, I thought it was just, you know, washing dishes, staying low, excuse me. So they like, nah, you about to learn how to cook. Eventually you're gonna be one of them cooks up there. You're gonna be making rice, all types of shit. So I'm like, damn, fuck it. You know, it was a good amount of days. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. This is my first day. Mind you, the day ends at like 11 something. You know, and everything happened for a reason, but then it was like mad stuff that I should have stayed there longer, and I probably would have never been even telling the story, because I probably would have still been on the run, all types of shit. So the day ends, whatever, and it's like 10, 11 o'clock, and but a lot of stuff is happening for me not to go home yet, you know. So what happened? The day ends. I'm about to clock out, whatever, sweep, mop, and everything, clean up how everybody do. And the water main breaks. Something happens like on the bottom between all the food and all that stuff. Something broke there. You know, in the aisles they got lights and all that water and all that stuff there. So one of those breaks. Water's everywhere. We cleaning, everybody's cleaning. I mean, this and that. So you know, in the buffet is a whole bunch of workers. So they, you know, everybody's cleaning. I find myself, I'm not really doing shit, you know, and it's time for me to go. So when I should have stayed, and you know, after that all ends, you're gonna know why I should have stayed, cause I started getting like a gut feeling, you know, why everything was broken. I'm like, damn, something else broke. Something fell where we had to clean, where I should have been there to clean, but I left like a dummy. Trying to go home early, turn up, whatever, happy about my job, you know, not taking it serious. And so I leave. Stomach turning. That little gut feeling, all that shit, like, you get it when you're on drugs, when you're on the pills and all of that stuff. Your stomach just start turning. But I'm getting it before I even do the damn drugs. So I'm like, damn, what is it? So I stop, you know, and I go on East Main right there. I grab a Corona. Store was open still, and grab a Corona before I had to work, before I had home. Boom, head home. Drinking my Corona, driving. Stupidness. Boom, I get home, I'm in the driveway. Shorty like, you know, she calls me before I come upstairs. She like, yo, it's that time of the month. I need some pads and all of that to, you know, before you come upstairs. She's like, do you want me to go? So me being a gentleman, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go with you. Just, you know, bring the baby and her. Come on, I'm already outside. I just came from work. So we get in the car, boom. Now, CVS is 2 ways from where I'm at. It's a back road way, and then there's a whole other way. But when you getting high and everything, you're not thinking conscious. So I'm getting out of work like everybody do, smoke their blunt and everything like that. So I'm like, the plug, before we go to CVS, all I have to do is take that turn, head to CVS, come back. But I'm thinking in my drug state of mind, like, let's go get some pills, let's go get some weed, then we're gonna shoot to CVS. So I gotta take a whole other way. Boom. Head the other way and driving, call her up till I be there in 5 minutes. Boom. It's like a block away. It's back roads to her house, but then it's like you get like 2 blocks of straight main roads and everything like that. So we get to this red light. Boom. Sitting there. Who's behind me? Pulls up. Mind you, I ain't even mentioned that the plate I had on a damn car, I had a Honda Civic. My plate was a Subaru. It was a Subi plate on a damn car. So stupid. You know, they get behind me, whatever. So I'm in a turn. I could take a left and go back home, or I could keep going straight to go to my plug's house to get the thing. I'm automatically thinking we already like downtown, so they're probably gonna keep cruising downtown or whatever. So let me just take this turn, and they're gonna keep going, and I'm act like I'm going home, probably turn around and go back to her house. They take the turn with me. They take the turn with me. I'm driving. 2 seconds later, they hit the lights. Mind you, there's no really way that, if you're from Waterbury, you know I was by that strip club that got shut down real quick. But I'm over there at Factories. There's no sidewalks or nothing like that, so you just pull over or anything. But I wasn't pulling over anyway. So I'm driving, like my adrenaline is heavy as hell. Let my stomach turn and think about it. My adrenaline is heavy as hell. So I'm driving. I got 50 things in my head right now. I got my son in the backseat. I got wifey. And I got me facing the time I was on the run for. I was on the run for 4 years. And now here's the day comes where everything is over. Driving. I'm hitting the gas. Wifey like, Papi, no. Papi, no. I'm like, I can't. So I go, hit the turn, immediately jump on the highway. The highway was right there. So I jump on the highway. I hit the lights. If you're from Bunker Hill, you know, you take off, you hit your lights, take some turns, you're gone. Now, I did it plenty of times before this time. You know, so I do that, hit the highway, hit the lights. Usually, regular patrol cars, you don't think that they get on the highway with you. Them niggas was on the highway with me. So I'm like, fuck. You know, driving, going through cars. And the law states if a car, don't quote me on this, but if a car is going too crazy, driving too crazy, they gotta fall back. Because now it's gonna be their fault if you crash or anything like that. It's not that serious. He ain't kill nobody, you ain't see him do nothing. Gotta fall back. So I get to this lane, four lane thingy over there, and I go between 2 cars. Then jump on another highway. That's right across. They fall back, so I'm on a highway. Mind you, I lived in this part called Highland, but my original hood is Bunker Hill. So every time shit get real, we automatically think, hit Bunker Hill, we could lose them up there because it's like back roads, dark as hell all the time. So we know that shit like the back of our hand. So I'm on the highway, boom. First thing in my mind is, hit up Bunker Hill. So I go Bunker Hill, dipping, lights off, passing all the lights, everything like that. And I get into my neighborhood, like I'm at the bottom of my neighborhood, you gotta go up the hill to get to the projects and all of that. So I'm on the main strip before I get to my neighborhood, but I'm in Bunker Hill, I'm home, I'm chilling. But I'm still speeding. Wifey keep looking back, everything like that. I'm like, jump in the back. She jumped in the back. When I got on the highway, I told her to jump in the back seat with the baby. You know what I mean? So, she got in the back seat, whatever, so she's looking back, she's like, Papi, slow down, they're not behind us. But the whole ride, she's like, slow down, no, go, slow down, go, slow down, go. So I'm just trying to go. So I did 2 wrong things, was take that turn, and they got behind me, and then when I escaped from them, I was still speeding. I should have just slowed down and chilled, and then went up the hill to my hood, parked the car, went to my mom's house, whatever, because she still lives up there. So no, I'm so still in adrenaline rush that I keep going. I'm flying, and I see a state trooper in front of me. He's creeping. He's going real slow. It's like 11, 12 o'clock at night. So he's creeping, but in my mind, I'm thinking they already done radioed him that I'm coming this way, so he's gonna come behind me. And I was so wrong when I got caught. I was so fucking wrong. Like, he ain't even know shit. Like, he's in a whole different part of the state. I mean, city. So, zoom past him. Zoom. Blew his doors off. That's what he told me. I'm flying now. I'm getting into a town called Watertown. Now, Watertown, if you from Bunker Hill, you from Waterbury, Watertown is no joke. That's someplace you don't go. That's like being from Compton and then going to Beverly Hills to bust a trap or getting in a high-speed chase. They ain't playing that shit with you. Hell no. Compton will probably let you rock like, this is regular shit. Beverly Hills trying to protect them people over there. Like, I mean, fuck that. You getting caught. You ain't making our little side look all fucked up. So, boom. Heading to Watertown. Watertown, nice little area, like I said. White people over there, everything nice. So the cops ain't really got shit to do. They always parked on the side of the road, chilling, sleeping, probably playing games on their phone and shit. So I blew past the state trooper heading to Watertown. There's two cops on the side of the road. Bored as hell, probably ain't doing shit. See me blow past them. They like, oh yeah, it's action. Through their coffee, through their donuts. Start getting behind me and shit. Now I got the state troopers and Watertown police. State troopers, they could go anywhere in your state. You know what I mean? They don't gotta slow down because you in a different part of the state. No, we here, we coming. We ain't losing our reputation for your dumb ass. So he behind me. He ain't playing no games. Watertown behind me. They ain't playing no games. I'm passing them through, but now Watertown is a smaller area, so the roads ain't as big as Waterbury and all that shit. So I'm in these little roads, but it's so much. They called Watertown once they called, yo, we got action. All the motherfuckers start popping out of everywhere. They in front of me, busting U-turns. I'm like, shit. So I get to this part in Watertown, little ass streets. I know them because we used to go blunt riding and all that shit through there, but I was never the one driving. I ain't never played that shit. You know what I mean? I was real cautious about my shit. That's why I was on the run for so long, because I'll be cautious. I don't be doing no stupid, ignorant shit and think about it when I'm set for this time, because they was already behind me. I'm going all out. So we get to Watertown, we're in these little ass streets. We get to a place called Seven Hills. You know, the streets is all little, bouncy, all types of shit, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what happened. I think the state trooper was like, told Watertown to fall back, like, we got this. You know what I mean? And they were still behind me. But I was dipping, like, I was gone on them. Like, so it was just me and the state trooper. And he's a few, cars behind me. So, boom. I'm in there, they all screaming, my son crying, everything like that, And I get to this little tight road, and I'm happy that it happened because, come to think of it, those streets were so tiny, and they had like rocks on the side of the roads and everything. That could have been ugly, and thank God, I did get caught, for that. But I hit this one little street. It was a hill. It's called Seven Hills. I hit this one damn hill. My car went up. Boom! Landed. The bottom and shit, like all scraped up, everything like that.